What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. This is WWE Off The Script. This is episode 15, part number 2 for your Saturday morning, week ending June 1st, 2014. This Sunday's Payback. This Sunday, JD is going to be reviewing it live immediately following the pay-per-view. Link will be provided down below. Make sure you join me for the live review and discussion with question and answer. Everyone's asking me, JD, when are you doing question and answer? This is your opportunity to come join and hang out with me and my subscribers immediately following the pay-per-view. You guys can ask me anything you fucking want, okay? If you want to know anything regarding life, wrestling, gaming, I'll be there for an hour and a half. Come and join me, grab a beverage, and we'll talk WWE. If you guys missed part number 1 of WWE Off The Script yesterday, link will be provided down below towards the very top of the video description. I got 3 big main events the WWE has planned. It was leaked information this past week. What are the 3 big main events going into SummerSlam that the WWE has in mind? Make sure you check that out. And then obviously, guys, if you missed my Monday Night Raw review, that was posted on Tuesday morning if you want to follow up with what happened on Monday Night Raw on the Go Home show towards Payback. Now, episode 2, guys. I got news on Cesaro. I reported in part 1 that Cesaro was going to be in one of those big main event matches going against Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. Rumored to be going up against Lesnar at SummerSlam. Now, I got news this week. Big news coming out of WWE. Cesaro potentially to win the Money in the Bank pay-per-view ladder match and possibly become the new WWE Champion. What's the news on this? Well, the upcoming WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which takes place on June 29th, is expected to feature only one multi-person ladder match for a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. While no one has been officially decided upon as the projected winner for this year's Money in the Bank match, the frontrunner is said to be up-and-coming WWE Superstar Cesaro. Considering the fact that the King of Swing has been earmarked for a big singles push and is slotted as the number 3 babyface in the company later this year, only behind John Cena and Daniel Bryan, it's being considered likely that if he did indeed win the Money in the Bank ladder match, he would go on to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion whenever he eventually cashes in his title shot. Now, the field of participants could be probably some of the best ever we've seen for a Money in the Bank ladder match. You got Cesaro, who could potentially win this thing. You got Bray Wyatt. You got Wade Barrett. You got Sheamus. You got Cody Rhodes, potentially. Who the fuck knows? You know, you got all these different guys. RVD is back. You know, you never know. You got a big pool going into Money in the Bank. We got John Cena in the mid-card now. You know, John Cena's been, hanging around the mid-card scene for a little bit. Randy Orton would love to get another crack at the WWE Championship. You know, Batista, he comes back, he wants the WWE Championship. What better way to get a WWE Championship match guaranteed with no bullshit behind it than win Money in the Bank? But this is where I find this to be a problem, okay? I don't mind Cesaro winning it. I don't mind the rumors going around that Cesaro could potentially win the Money in the Bank. But what I do have a problem with is why is there all this talk of Daniel Bryan losing the WWE Championship? There's no news about who Daniel Bryan's going to be fighting. There's no news about who Daniel Bryan's next defense is going to be, who his big program is going to be with, defending the WWE Championship, fighting over the WWE Championship. Now, whether Bryan loses it or not, he's always going to be mixed in with the upper-level talent in WWE. He's always going to be in that WWE Championship picture. But all I've been hearing, ever since he went down from injury, oh, Daniel Bryan's going to be stripped. Daniel Bryan needs to be stripped. They need to have a tournament. They're going to have a battle royal. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. The winner's going to be decided in the ladder match to become a new WWE Champion. Everything that you hear regarding Daniel Bryan is, oh, he's going to lose he's going to be stripped of the belt. You know? It's all about Daniel Bryan losing the belt. Why are we talking about Bryan losing it after we made such a big fuss of him winning it? Why are we talking about him losing it? There's not one instance where I read anything online about, oh, Daniel Bryan's going to fight such and such at SummerSlam, or Payback, or Money in the Bank, or this and that. Yes, I know he's hurt, but everyone's immediately counting him out already. And I don't understand that. So, Cesaro winning? Yeah, it could be great. Is it something I want to think about right now? No. But this is the biggest story this weekend, to me anyway, for part 2. But I want you guys to take that into consideration. Everything that I've been reading to you, regarding the dirt sheets and the news that they spew out to the internet for the people to read. Everything is about Daniel Bryan losing. Nothing is about Daniel Bryan moving on to another program with Bray Wyatt or John Cena or Batista or Randy Orton. It's all about Bryan losing. After we made such a big fucking stink about Bryan winning, now we want him to lose. Nobody wants Daniel Bryan as a champion anymore. Really? Come on, man. John Cena. What's next for John Cena leading into SummerSlam? Well, WWE is looking at ending the feud with John Cena and Bray Wyatt in the next month or so. It was reported that the feud would definitely go through Payback, but word is now that it may end, crossing my fingers that it doesn't, end at Money in the Bank. It's no secret that WWE Creative has talked about turning Sheamus heel for some time now. A future feud with John Cena, which I already reported on part 1, has been discussed. No word yet on the United States title and how that would factor into the feud with Cena, or if Cena would challenge for it, or if Sheamus will drop it before the Cena feud. All we know is that a future feud between the two is being considered. It's possible that they do a match at SummerSlam, but almost all plans for that show are still up in the air, and everything reported right now is merely a rumor. As I previously reported, Vince McMahon lost interest in Sheamus, but Triple H was still behind him, and a SummerSlam match against Cena would be high profile. Listen, as long as Cena's not in the WWE Championship picture, I'm happy. Alright? Cena and Sheamus work well together. Cena should be putting over talent at this stage of the career. Plain and simple. He's doing it with Bray Wyatt. Why not do it with a heel Sheamus? That would be great to get Sheamus over as a heel. If they want to turn him heel, great. Go for it. But, I don't know why Vince McMahon is souring on Sheamus. There was some reports that at the Payback panel on the WWE Network, Sheamus was actually falling asleep during the panel on the pre-show and the post-show. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I don't know if it had anything to do with that rumored brawl that he had with Sin Cara. I don't know. But according to reports, Vince McMahon has completely lost interest in the Sheamus character. But Triple H, being buddy-buddy with Triple H is pretty much saving him at this point, according to rumors. But that's what's going on right now with John Cena. Bray Wyatt and John Cena needs to end at Payback. Last man standing. I don't see how you could not end it at Payback. It should not continue. This feud is so fucking boring that the only one I'm interested in is Bray Wyatt. He's the only thing merely entertaining about this feud. Cena has done nothing in this feud for 3 months to gain any interest out of me whatsoever. It's been all Bray Wyatt. So I want it to end at Payback. It needs to end at Payback. Bray Wyatt needs to win. Last man standing needs to be it. And then Bray Wyatt needs to move on into the summer and potentially move on to something bigger, since we're all hoping that this feud with Cena elevates him to the next level. But being that it's been so stale and unrefreshing, I don't know how that could be. So that's my opinion on that. It needs to end at Payback, and I hope it does not go on into Money in the Bank. Now, this is a scary stat for WWE. They will lose more money in 2014 than any other wrestling company in history in a calendar year, besides WCW in 2000. WWE is expecting to lose between $45 million and $52 million in 2014. WCW lost $62 million in 2000. WWE previously expected that they would lose $23 million to $26 million in the first 6 months of this year. But then when the network and the new TV deal, that kicked in during, and when the TV deal kicks in during October, they are expected to break even in quarter 3 and then make some substantial profits in quarter 4, ending the year at close to breaking even. That's what they expected. That's what they want. That's what they hope. It's a big story and a major loss for WWE, but they are not going out of business. There's been a lot of speculation and rumors among fans online lately. And people on here who got their own channels are reporting, oh, WWE is going out of business. WWE is not going anywhere. They're not going out of business at all. To make money, you have to spend money by taking risks. This is what Vince is doing. I said this yesterday on part 1. WWE Network is too good to fail. It is too good to fail. They got a good thing. They keep at it and they work at it. It'll work. Netflix took 7 years to break profit to become what it is today. Okay? WWE Network is not even 6 months old yet. And people are already saying, oh, this is a failure. People are already saying that maybe the network should be canceled. Maybe, Vince McMahon needs to rethink things. Listen, Vince loves to take risks. He took risks with the XFL. That failed. He's taking risks with the network. This is going to pay off. It's too good to fail. It's too good to fail. Believe me. And if they raised the price of the network by $1, like they've been speculating next WrestleMania, people are not going to mind paying an extra $1. Why would you complain when you get all the pay-per-views, when you get the entire pay-per-view catalog that WWE has to offer, original programming that's still coming in on a monthly basis, pre-shows, and you got NXT. NXT alone is worth it for $9.99 a month. If you're going to ask me to pay $10.99, please take my money. $11.99, take my money. You want to raise it to $12.99, take my money. It's worth it. Definitely. To make money, you have to spend money. This is what Vince is doing. WWE's not going out of business. Please do not believe other reports that you're hearing on YouTube. Please. Speaking of NXT, the general backstage feeling at Thursday's NXT TakeOver event was that WWE hit a home run. The entire NXT roster was present watching the show on a big screen in an auditorium on the Full Sail University campus. NXT TakeOver was fucking brilliant. I watched every second of it, was not bored, and this is what WWE wrestling needs to be. Tyler Breeze and Sami Zayn put on match of 2014. The only other matches that even came close to it was Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt at Royal Rumble and the Wyatt family versus The Shield at Elimination Chamber. They put on a clinic, and that's exactly what a WWE match is supposed to look like. The crowd was awesome. Tyler Breeze is going to be a beast. He's going to be one of my guys. He's going to be a JD guy. You know how Paul Heyman has his Heyman guys. He's going to be a JD guy, Tyler Breeze. This guy knows what the fuck he is doing in the ring. He's smooth at what he does. He knows what he's doing from rope to rope, turnbuckle to turnbuckle. And he's got that look where I brushed him off when I first seen him. I brushed Tyler Breeze off. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This gimmick will never get over. And the more I watch NXT, and the more I see he puts his passion into his gimmick, it's going to work. Imagine the model, Rick Martel, in 2014. That's what you have in Tyler Breeze. But a better wrestler and a better look. Tyler Breeze is going to be a beast. I cannot wait to see when he makes his main roster debut. Aaron Neville. Oh, Aaron Neville. That's the fucking singer, Aaron Neville. That's how fucking tired I am. Adrian Neville. Fucking beast. I mean, the match with Tyson Kidd last night at TakeOver was a little bit drowned. It was a little bit, I'm looking for the right word. It wasn't up to par, being that the crowd was so taken out of the pay-per-view thanks to Tyler Breeze and Sami Zayn. That's how great that match was. Still a great match, still great wrestling. Adrian Neville is going to be a fucking beast on his own. I can't wait to see guys like Neville and Ziggler go at it. Neville and Bryan. Can you imagine that on WWE TV? These guys down in NXT are something special, and this legitimately is the future of the company. So NXT TakeOver was a home run, and the story from within WWE is that because NXT was so great, WWE's looking at Sunday's Payback and saying that it will be a good show, definitely a good show, because they can't let the developmental talents steal the show or outshine the main roster on pay-per-view. So WWE officials are looking at Payback to be a great show because they don't want to be stood up by NXT. And this is why I always say competition is better for the business. If you're going to have the guys on the main roster looking at NXT and be like, holy shit, we haven't had a show that great in fucking months. Here these guys, these young kids are outstaging us and outplaying us at our own deal. You got Payback, and obviously all the guys on the main roster be like, you know what, you guys want to see a show, watch Payback on Sunday, it'll be a good show. Competition is good for business. I hope that report is true. I hope Payback is as great as it can be in Chicago. You got the crowd, you got the right matches, you got a solid undercard that has some type of meaning to it. Hopefully Payback is a home run for WWE on pay-per-view. Also, guys, it turns out that some of the WWE live event listings for June that advertised WWE Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan may have been done before his surgery and just fell through the cracks in regards to being published by arenas. It said that Bryan wrestling a match before June 29th, Money in the Bank pay-per-view, is highly unlikely. Bryan's return is still very much up in the air. If Bryan's not ready to go to do the Buried Alive match against Kane at Money in the Bank, they're hoping to do it at Battleground on July 20th in Tampa Bay. There also appeared to be no backlash against Sheamus after he was in the news earlier this month for falling asleep, like I just previously mentioned, at the Extreme Rules panel. I thought it was at the Payback panel during a match, and then was involved in a backstage incident with Sin Cara. Sheamus won the U.S. title in the same week, but it said that any negative stories that had put a bad light on Sheamus are doing him no favors with Vince. Word is that Vince has lost interest in Sheamus. At the same time, Triple H continues to be high up on Sheamus and remains his biggest supporter in the company. And finally, guys, if you guys are fans of Sabu, the ECW original, it's being reported and advised by doctors earlier this year that he needed to retire after breaking several bones in his arm during a match. Sabu continues to wrestle on the indies and international tours and has told people he has no intentions of retiring. There you got it. That is part 2, guys. I'm sorry that I wish I could have did this part a little bit better. I wish I could have went a little bit more in depth with a few things on part 2. I am absolutely fucking exhausted. Work fucking sucks. I'm looking for new work, and I'm trying to get out because it's just mentally and physically draining to me, and I just don't feel good coming home. I legitimately had no energy to even set up my little area here to do part 2 for Off the Script, so bear with me. Part 3 should be a lot better. I should get some rest tonight. And Saturdays and Sundays are usually very easy at work because it's just the weekend and nobody's really shopping around in my area. So I do apologize for that. But like I said, guys, if you missed part 1, links are down below at the very top of the video description. Payback, I got the live review and results with discussion and question and answer coming on Sunday. Make sure you follow that and be aware that that is coming following the pay-per-view. And then in part 3, guys, I got statuses on The Undertaker from Backstage officials and his status about what happened after Brock Lesnar, how he's doing, how he's feeling, and then early word on his WrestleMania 31 status. Is The Undertaker going to be at WrestleMania 31? Where is his mindset right now? I got news on that. And I also got news on Rey Mysterio. If you guys are Rey Mysterio fans, his contract is expired with WWE. But there's word now that he actually re-signed with Vince, and Vince wants him to be around for another couple of years. So I got news on that, guys. I'll fill you in on that. Part 3 on Sunday around 11 a.m. Look forward to that. And I'll see you guys there. Like I said, Payback Sunday. Be there for the live discussion. Till then, guys, part 3. I'll see you there.